how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. I can't believe I'm filming this video today. I have a collab with Sigma. I literally cannot believe it. I am so just thankful and grateful. This means so much to me. I'm so happy that I get to talk about this now and share it with you. This is so incredibly exciting. I got to curate my own favorite set and I am just so thrilled that this exists and that I'm holding it and I get to talk about it. This means so much to me. I curated my ultimate eye brush favorite set. These are my tried and true favorite eye brushes. These 6 brushes I use all the time, all bundled together in one place, and I could not be happier. I feel so giddy and excited sitting here talking about this. When they approached me to do a favorite set, I really could have done anything, but I immediately thought of eye brushes. I was like, that is just the one thing that I use from your brand all the time. Like, I love so many of their products, so many things that they create are amazing, but their brushes are just something I use literally every day. And then when it comes to me personally, like, as much as I love doing all of my makeup, eyeshadow is just my happy place. I love creating and blending and just having fun. And these eye brushes just help with that so much. So it just seemed so fitting for me to create an eye brush favorite set. In the second half of this video, after the announcement portion is over, I will be creating this look with these brushes and giving you very in-depth thoughts on what I love each brush for, how I like to use them, showing you actively using them while I create this look. So you're gonna see all of that down the road, but I do want to just break down all of these brushes as well and give you all the details and all that stuff. I do wanna take a quick moment though to thank Sigma Brushes for choosing me to collab with on this favorite set. It means so much to me. I feel just so giddy and thankful, and I just can't believe this. It feels like a dream come true. I am so over the moon. So thank you so much, Sigma. And also a huge thank you to you guys, because without you, I would not have these opportunities. This means just so much to me. I appreciate you more than you could ever possibly know. It means so much to me, just what you've done to me and the community we've built and what we have together. So just thank you. Thank you so much. Like I said, my favorite set is comprised of my 6 favorite eye brushes that I use all the time, and pretty much every single look I do, I use these brushes. You've seen me use these brushes so many times. So now they are all bundled together in one place in my Battybean favorite set, and I just can't believe it. I can't believe this is real. My face is on a Sigma product. That is wild. This set has a value of $101 and it is discounted into a bundle for $81, and you can stack my affiliate code Battybean on top of that to save an additional 10%. I'll have all of the details down below for you. And as of the moment this video goes up, it is live now. Like, it is available, so you can go shopping. And also, I did want to add that the first week that this is available, if you buy my set, you will get a free travel size Sigma switch included. I use my Sigma switch all the time. I have another one right here. I have a full size one next to me. I have a travel size. I have a couple others. I have so many of these. These are what I use when I'm in the middle of blending and say that this brush has just gotten a little too covered in eyeshadow and I need something a little cleaner to get the job done. You just wipe it off, and it knocks all that extra product out, and then you can keep using it again. This helps me prolong needing to wash my brushes because I am a busy lady and I don't want to have to wash my brushes all the time. So this allows me to like kind of stretch it out a little bit further and use lots of fun, colorful, dark shades without getting everything all muddied together. So yeah, for the first week that this set is available, you will get a free Sigma switch travel size included. So love that. This set is technically limited edition, but restocks will happen just kind of on an as needed basis until further notice. Let's chat about all the brushes in my set now. Again, I will dive really deep into it while I'm doing the actual look and explaining why I like to use each brush and how. So I'm just gonna give you a quick little overview of each one and just kind of a brief description of how I like to use it. You will get a little card insert in your box. It has a little blurb from me on it, which I will just save for you when you have it in your hands, but it also has all the details of all 6 eye brushes on the card as well. Now let's dive into these brushes, shall we? The first brush is the E40 tapered blending brush. This is just a big, fat, fluffy blending brush. This is perfect for that initial light shade before smoky looks, for helping blend things out. This is just my go-to large crease brush. I use this all the time. I use all of these all the time, so I'm not gonna keep repeating that. That's redundant. But yeah, this is like my go-to big fluffy brush. Next is the E38 diffused crease brush. This is kind of just like a smaller version of the E40. I like also using this just to help disperse product in the crease, help blend things out. I can just get a little more detailed with this one than I can with the E40. So this is what I go for when I'm getting a little bit deeper with my shades, trying to add more dimension. Just, I love it. I love it so much. These two big fluffy brushes together are just like a match made in heaven. They are twin flames. They belong together. The E27 is my favorite brush in this set. Like, of all the brushes in the entire world, this is my number one. It's just so good. I use this type of a shape in my looks all the time. This is the detailed blending brush. It just has the most perfect little taper. It's like kind of flat and packing, so you can really pack stuff all over the lid. You can also kind of turn and do little blendy motion, so you can kind of pack and blend at the same time. It is just such a useful brush. It's my go-to for all over smoky looks, or if I'm adding a lot of dimension and depth in that outer corner, but I kind of want to blend that edge out as well. This is my all-time favorite. I love this brush. Next is the E42 Precision Firm Blender. This is just a small, dense little blending brush. This is perfect for detailing in that outer corner, for helping to get really nice and precise in that crease. I love using this to help blend on really defined cut creasy things. I use this on that lower lash line to really build depth and kind of blend it out and get it super smoky. This is such a go-to necessary brush. I use this so much. It's probably my second favorite brush in the whole set. Next is the E30 pencil brush, the most perfect pencil brush to ever have existed. I just love this shape. It's kind of pointy, but it's also very fluffy. I love the taper. It's so good. Again, I can just get ultra precise. Like when I need something even more precise than the E42, then I go in with this one. I can get so up close with that lower lash line if I'm trying to really smoke out line, or even if I'm doing a wing and I want kind of a smoky effect. I love using this to help really go along that liner. I love using this to get really, really detailed in the crease or in that outer corner if I'm doing super smoky stuff. It is so teeny and precise and wonderful. Such a good little pencil brush. Last but not least, the E55, the most perfect packing brush. It's the perfect shape. It covers such a good surface area on the lid. It is just perfect for laying down all the shimmery, yummy things. It's like dense and flat enough that I can get fairly precise if I want to do like semi-cut creasy things, but also large and fluffy enough that I can just disperse a lot of product on my lid at once. It is just so good. It's so good. Such a necessary little guy. I love this one. And these are my 6 brushes in my eye brush favorite set. I am thrilled. I can't believe I'm holding this and talking about it. I love these brushes. I have multiples of all of these brushes. I've been using them for so long. I use them all the time. Again, you've seen me use these all the time. You've heard me talk about these 1,000 times. And now it's all together in one curated bundle for you. And I'm so thrilled. So just thank you again to you guys for watching and supporting my channel. It means so much to me. And again, a huge thank you to Sigma. I'm just so honored that you chose me to collab with on this set. It means the absolute world. So yeah, I think I've said it all. I will leave anything that I forgot to mention in the description box. I feel like my heart is racing, my mind is whirling, and I'm just so thrilled. But let's move on now to the tutorial portion where I show you how I create this look and kind of break down these brushes even more for you. Oh my gosh, I'm like so nervous right now. Why am I so nervous? I literally play with these brushes every time I do my makeup. This isn't new. It's just the fact that I'm actually talking about my favorites bundle in this video that has my stomach full of butterflies. I am so excited. Well, to kind of break down all 6 of my brushes and show you ways that I like to use them, I'm gonna be pairing them with my Sigma Cool Neutrals palette. I'm quite a fan of this one. I like these tones. As a girly who's more of like if I'm gonna play with neutrals, I want neutrals with a twist. This is definitely the vibe, so that's what I'm gonna be using today. Oh my gosh. I just can't believe I'm filming this video. I'm so happy. Well, first things first, I need to prime. I'm gonna use my Sigma Ignite eyeshadow primer. I'm just gonna smear this on and I'll use my finger to blend it out just to get a nice prepped, smooth surface. So I'm gonna have a very like blown out, smoky sort of situation. I definitely want some purpley vibes on the lid, a little bit of a blue pop on the lower lash line, lots of sparkle and shimmer, lots of smokiness. So let's dive into it. Sometimes when I'm doing looks, I start start dark and then go lighter. Sometimes I start light and then go darker. I think today I'm feeling kind of a start light and go darker kind of vibe, but I do both. It just depends on my mood that day. So since I'm starting with my lightest shade, I'm gonna go in with the E40 blending brush. It's big and fluffy and does the job. I'm gonna be using Fossil, this pink. Just gonna apply some of that product to the brush. And I personally hold the end of my brushes pretty much always, just so I can get a very nice diffused sort of vibe. I don't want too much product to stick to one spot. I find holding the end of the brush really helps the product disperse, especially with a big fluffy brush like this. And I'm just focusing this on the outside of the eye, kind of blending out toward my brow, blending a little under that lower lash line. It's just so foolproof and easy and is kind of setting my base up for the rest of my shades. Moving on next, I want to work on deepening this a little bit more. So I'm going to take my next fluffy brush, the E38. It's kind of just a smaller version of the E40. Still very fluffy and diffused, but I can keep things a little more concentrated. So I want to go in with Talisman. I love this soft kind of moody purple. I'm gonna kind of place this in the same areas that I did the pink, just not quite as far out. But same general motion. I'm holding the end of my brush, just doing little sweeps and circles around the outside of my eye, just keeping it a little more close, a little more contained. And I'll go in again with that very first E40 brush to help connect the blend of those two shades together. Going in next with probably my all-time favorite brush. I've always loved this brush shape, and this specific brush is just my go-to one when I was curating this brush collection set. This was the first brush I thought of to put in it, and that is the E27. It's just the most perfect, like, tapered blending brush. I love it because it fits so nicely to do kind of packing on that outer corner or all over the lid. I use this for all over smoky looks as well, but anywhere I want to pack the shadow, but it can also kind of blend and fluff around. It is one of my go-to brushes. It is so rare when I'm doing a look that does not involve this brush. I'm going to be going in with Condor, that's smoky brown. Just going to load that all up. It's such a perfect shape. And I'm going to basically coat the entire outer like third to half of my lid, just kind of doing light little pats. As you can see, I'm barely even like really applying pressure. It's just sort of doing the work for me. Grabbing just a little bit more product on the tip of that brush, and I'm placing it so that the clean side is down and the dirty side is up. I'll kind of smoke this right up against that lower lash line. And I'll make sure that's kind of connecting in that outer corner. I'm gonna take my little Sigma switch. This is what I'm constantly using to knock product off the brush to get it cleaner. So now that this brush is more clean, I'm just kind of running the edges of that product kind of out and just starting to drag it out and down a little bit more to get that blend nice and smooth. And then I'm just gonna go back down the line. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that purple on the E38, and I'll just make sure that that is re-blended along the edges of that brown. And I'll do the same thing with Fossil, that pink on the E40, just to kind of re-intensify everything and make sure everything is moving nicely. I love the combination of those colors. It's so pretty. So now just for a little bit more depth, because I love a smoky moment, I'm gonna be going in with, I think, the second brush that I picked for this bundle, if I'm not mistaken. That's the E42. I use this all the time, just like a teeny, dense little blending brush. It is great for detail work, especially in like the crease and lower lash line. This is like my go-to brush if I want something small, but I don't quite want a pencil brush. Like, this is where this comes in for me. I'm gonna go in with Onyx, and I'm not gonna go crazy here with this shade. I'm really just gonna kind of pop this right against the lash line in the outer corner of my lid. And I'm also going to push this really tight against that lower lash line, just to add a little bit more depth and drama, because you can never have enough. And again, I'm just gonna kind of go through with my previous brushes. I'm not even grabbing any additional product. And I just wanna make sure that everything is blending nice and smooth. I just love how moody and dramatic this is all going. So now I'm gonna start working on the lid. My all-time favorite packing brush is the Sigma E55. It's just such a good shape and just want to apply shimmer in especially a large area, this is the go-to. I use this all the time. It is so good. I am gonna start with a little bit of my NYX Glitter Primer just because I use this with every shimmer ever. It helps my shimmers pop just a little bit more and also stay put. So I'm just going in with that E55 brush and just applying it all over the lid itself, not so much in the crease. I feel like on top of this being a brush demo of my favorite set, this is also kind of turned into a blending 101 sort of situation. So I wanna do a little combo of Laguna into Iris. So starting with Laguna, just using that same sticky E55 brush, this is gonna go in the outer half of my lid. And as you can see with the blending I've been doing, we have kind of a little bit of a diagonal happening. So that's the shape I wanna follow. I'm gonna start kind of in the middle and let it taper sort of up toward where all of those mattes are blending in the crease. I just love this moody purple. It's so pretty. I'll take just one of my previous blending brushes, no additional product, just to blend the edges of that shimmer, make sure it's all flowing nicely. And then I'm just gonna flip that exact same brush over because then you can use two shimmers at the same time without even having to wipe it off. But I'm taking Iris, and this is gonna go all over the front little pocket of that lid. Kind of a dual purpose sort of situation. And then I'll just kind of go back and forth between both shimmers, just kind of flipping my brush over. This is also why I like to kind of keep one shade to one side. I can kind of melt those together and get a really nice shifty blend. And that looks so pretty. This is just so pretty. It's like grungy glam and I'm here for it. And finally, I have one brush left in my set and that is the E30 brush. This is my favorite pencil brush. It's just the most perfect little shape. It's kind of pointy, but still blends out and I can be precise, but I can also smudge things. It's just such a good pencil brush. Sometimes I will use this for really specific detail work in the outer corner, popping a lot of like black smudginess on the lower lash line, especially if I'm smudging a liner out, or even like a wings liner. Sometimes I'll smudge with this as well. If I'm doing like a big cut crease, sometimes I'll go really deep and help to blend out my like cut creasy line before I go in and cut things. Sometimes I use it like how I'm gonna use it today, where I'm gonna add a pop of shimmer on the lower lash line. I'm dying to use Thunder. That metallic blue is so cool, and I think it's just gonna add an extra bit of pizzazz to this look. And if you know me at all, you know I love shimmer on the lower lash line. I'm just gonna be kind of popping this here, starting in that front, keeping it really tight and close, and dragging it toward the rest of my mattes. It just tucks under here so nicely, blends the edges beautifully. It's such a good pencil brush. Wiping my E38 on my color switch again, and I'm just going to run along the edge of that blue just to make sure it is extra smudged and blended. Just to complete this look, I do need a little bit of an inner corner, so I'm just gonna use Angel Wing. I think it's really cute, and I'm just gonna use my pinky because it's the perfect shape. Gonna pop that right there. I'm gonna wipe off my E40 brush and make sure the edges of that are blended, and that's pretty much the look. I think it came out so pretty. Like I said, I use these brushes literally all the time, so it's like second nature for me to use these again and again, but this is the full look. Let's zoom out now after I put on my like mascara and an eye pencil in my lip and all that good stuff. I love it. This is how it turned out. Oh my gosh, here we are, the end of the video. I am just so thrilled. Again, thank you so much for watching and for being here, and thank you Sigma Brushes for collaborating with me. Again, this set is available right now as I speak. I'll have all the details in my description box. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, feel free to leave them down below. This is just my ultimate eye brush set, and I'm so happy to have it here in one place for you. It's just, I can't believe it. It's literally like a dream come true. If you made it to the end of this video, leave some like, I don't know, just like happy emojis, some good vibes, like hearts and celebration things and smiley faces and all the good vibe emojis. Because I feel like that's just the energy that is happening right now in this room. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm Battybean there as well. And also you can subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. And you can join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only video once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.